Okay, so first thing I do is I cut out all of my stuff first. I've got more than what I'm probably going to use. I don't know if I'm going to use the pink or the green feathers. I might use both of them. Don't really know. But I cut out more than what I'm going to need just in case. Here's my two colored fabrics that I'm going to use for this one. Here's my pattern fabric. I've cut out more than enough colored because I don't know if I'm going to use more black or if I'm going to use more pink. I don't know. My pattern, I typically use 5 pieces, so those are cut. All of my pieces are right at 6 by 5 inches. This was a part of a clearance sale, and so it was not cut straight. Good thing about these bows is they don't have to be cut straight. It's not really going to matter for this one here. So like I said, have everything cut out prior to doing it, and then I go back and count how many layers I have when I do a wholesale with them. So first thing I do is I normally start off with my bottom row first, and what I do is I put 2 pieces here, and I just start at the bottom layer and I fold, and then I add the next one and I fold, and then I add this right here to my hand like this. Okay. So then I add my next layer. I'm gonna go with a black and a pink, and I once again do them 2 like this. And then I just put them right on top. Okay, so there's my bottom layer and there's my next layer. Okay. So for this one, I'm going to add a piece of ribbon down at the bottom, and then I'm going to add just one more piece here. Okay, and add it on top. So now my bow looks like this. It's got 3 layers, but it's got 5 pieces of fabric. Then I take my rubber band, my clear rubber band, and I just tie off that portion of the bow. Some people, so then it looks like this, it's all matted in the back, and I spread them out. So in that way it makes basically almost a circle between all the fabric. So this is my bottom layer. Some people hold it all together. I have a 3-month-old. I also have a 6-year-old. And so I found if I don't do them in groups, then my kids tend to interrupt, and then I lose my place and I have to start all over. So then I'm going to do my next layer, have my pieces out. And I actually just started doing it this way because I stole this idea from somebody else. I was doing them one at a time. So then there's my next layer. I'm going to add some pink into this one. I'm going to add some of my ribbon here. I'm going to add another black piece. And then I'm gonna add, I have some black sequence ribbon that I found for clearance. So I'm gonna add that piece in there as well. Then once again, take my clear rubber band and tie that piece off. Okay, so there is my middle section. That's my middle section. So there's my bottom layer. My middle section will go right on top. And then what I have found is the feathers are really, really hard to put a rubber band on. So in between my middle layer and my top layer, I put my feathers. Okay, so there's my layer, there's my feather layer right there on top. I don't rubber band it or anything like that. So then my last layer, this is my top layer. I'll put my two pieces there. Oh, I dropped that piece. Let me try that again. I don't know if you can hear my little one crying in the background, but this is why I tend to do them in layers, so then that way it's easier. I have seen some people where instead of cutting it 6 by 5, they cut them by 6 by 10, and then they just do one layer. I didn't personally like the fluff of that. It felt like it was fluffier this way. Now I'm going to add my jewels in here because this is the top, and I like to add lots of extras to this layer because that's where most people see it. And then my last layer. So this is my pattern. This is what most people are going to see. So make sure you have it kind of how you want it. I want the zigzags more at the top. Once again, I am rubber banding it again, just to make sure it's ready or it's secure. Just fluff it out. So if you see, now my top is basically all pattern, and it's that top layer with all the jewels inside of it. And I just fluff until I like it. So I have my bottom layer, my middle layer, which needs some fluffing before I add it really quick. And there's my middle layer, my feathers, and my top layer. So that's what it kind of looks like all together, stacked up. So then I am going to take my centerpiece, which I'm just using black for this one. And you're gonna start at the very top, and I just go all the way around these pieces. Some of them, you gotta make sure that they don't fold under, because that's what I've been finding they do a lot of. So then you've got your wraparound. Some really cute ones I've seen have been a braided one. I've also seen them with, I've added lots of jewels to it. You just got to be careful with the jewels that they don't come off. So you want to make sure to tie this super, super, super tight. The tighter and thinner the middle is, the more of a round ball it becomes and less of a bow look. The thicker your middle is, the more of a bow look you get. And of course I can't find my scissors. So then I just cut off the extra. And I go through and I fluff it up. Make sure none of those pieces have been tangled down. And then you're gonna take this nylon piece and move it to the bottom of your bow. Because it stands better that way if it's at the bottom of the bow as opposed to the middle. So then I'm gonna go through, like I said, fluff all my pieces, separate them, make sure they're where they need to be. Fluffing all of them. And that is how I do a shredded wrap. So this is the finished product. I will probably continue to fluff it a little bit, but you can see all of those layers in there for you.